Welcome to a deep dive. Today we're sharpening our loops, really focusing on the world of horology. Specifically, we're looking at a new collection that's, well, promising chronometric precision and classic style without, and this is the key part, without breaking the bank. We're unpacking a recent article about the new 2025 Tissot Ballade COSC Powermatic collection. I really want to dig into how Tissot keeps blending its, quite rich tradition with genuinely modern, accessible watchmaking. So for you, our curious listener, our mission today is pretty clear. Distill the important stuff about this release. What makes it tick? Why is it getting buzz in the watch community? And maybe most importantly, what does that COSC certification actually mean for a watch you might wear every day? Okay, let's get into it. Tissot, it's a brand many of us know, right? They consistently deliver these classic-looking, good-quality watches, usually pretty well-equipped, nicely finished. You think about hits like the PRX Automatic, which is everywhere, or the vintage vibe of the PR516, or even that modern all-rounder, the Gentleman. Now, the Ballad collection itself, it's not brand new.
It goes back to 1994, believe it or not. But now, for 2025, it's really stepping back into the spotlight with some pretty significant upgrades. So it has this history. But that 2024 revamp, that felt like a sort of a new beginning, didn't it? What was Tissot really aiming for then, and how does this 2025 launch fundamentally shift things?
That's right. The 2024 revamp was, well, it was crucial. It brought back those aesthetic cues people liked. That fluted bezel you mentioned, the textured dials, they really caught the eye. It was definitely a stylish reintroduction, a way to kind of refresh a classic nameplate. But, and this is the core difference, those were still quartz watches. Good looking, but quartz. For 2025, Tissot isn't just polishing the exterior, they're fundamentally upgrading the engine of the watch. It's a strategic pivot. From a nice quartz piece to a serious, independently certified mechanical chronometer, it's really a different league, shows a much deeper commitment to precision and value, going way beyond just the looks.
Okay, so certified automatic movements, that sounds like a pretty big jump. Can you walk us through what that certification really involves and why it's such a headline feature for a watch in this, well, this category?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll definitely unpack the COSC certification properly. It really is the star here. But maybe first, let's just quickly cover the aesthetics, the design language of these new Ballad models.
Good idea. Diving into the looks then, the new Tissot Ballade COSC sub-collection has, what, 7 models? And they come in 2 sizes, right? A 39mm and a smaller 30mm.
That's it, 39 and 30 mil.
And regardless of size, the design seems very consistent. Classic steel watches, that mix of brushed and polished surfaces gives it some dynamism.
Yeah, it catches the light nicely.
And they all get sapphire crystal on top, which is good. Scratch resistance, plus a really practical 100-meter water resistance. So, you don't have to worry about washing your hands or getting caught in the rain.
Right. Not a dive watch, but definitely robust enough for daily life.
And a see-through caseback.
Yeah.
Always nice to see the movement working away.
It is. And that fluted bezel, which, as you said, was key in the 2024 update. They've kept it for these automatics. And it now frames this embossed sunray pattern on the dial. It's a great touch.
Ah, so the dial texture matches the bezel pattern.
Exactly. It creates this really cohesive, quite sophisticated look overall. Ties it all together nicely. And the proportions are very classic. The cases are just over 10 millimeter thick. Let me see. 10.98 millimeters for the 39 millimeter size and 10.55 millimeters for the 30 millimeter.
So pretty slim. They should sit well on the wrist, not feel like a big chunk of metal.
Definitely. Comfortable, elegant proportions.
And it's not just carrying things over. You mentioned updates. What's new visually compared to the quartz ones?
Well, a significant change is the hour markers. They've swapped out the simpler baton markers from the quartz versions. Now, on these automatics, you get these lovely applied Roman numerals.
Oh, right. That definitely bumps up the dressy factor, doesn't it?
It really does. Gives it a more traditional, slightly more formal feel.
Any loom. Sometimes dressier watches skip that.
There is, actually. Small touches, but practical, little bits of luminous material on the hands, and also tiny plots near the hour markers.
Good, so you can actually tell the time in the dark.
Exactly. And one more detail, the date window. It's not just a cutout. It's nicely finished, framed with metal. It's a small thing, but it shows attention to detail.
Those little things add up. And what about the different versions? You said 7 models?
Yeah, they've given a decent range of options right from launch. For the bigger 39 millimeter, you've got the full steel case with dial choices of silver, a dark blue, or a dark green. All pretty classic.
Okay.
Then there's a 4th one that adds PVD yellow gold accents.
PVD. Can you quickly explain what that is?
Sure. PVD stands for physical vapor deposition. It's basically a very thin, very durable coating applied to the steel. In this case, yellow gold color on the bezel and the center links of the bracelet. It gives that two-tone look, a bit of warmth and luxury, but without the cost and softness of solid gold. It's quite wear-resistant, too.
Got it. So a two-tone option, and for the smaller 30mm size.
Similar idea for the 30mm. Full steel options with either a nice, crisp ice blue dial or a classic silver. And then there's a third version, again using PVD, but this time with rose gold accents combined with the silver dial.
Rose gold. Okay, so yellow gold for the 39mm two-tone, rose gold for the 30mm two-tone.
That's right. It offers a good bit of variety, lets you pick something that fits your personal style within that classic Ballad framework.
And the bracelet. You mentioned mid-links.
Yes, it's a multi-link stainless steel bracelet, nicely integrated into the case. It has brushed outer links good for hiding minor scuffs from daily wear, and then polished inner links, which adds that touch of elegance, reflects the light.
And convenient features.
Yes, comes with a quick release system, spring bars you can operate with just your fingernail.
Oh, that's great. Makes swapping to a leather strap or something else really easy.
Exactly, adds versatility.
Okay, so the outside sounds really well thought out. Classic looks, good finishing, practical features. But you said the real story's inside. Let's list the hood, talk about the engine driving these Ballades.
Right. So beneath that see-through caseback, we find movements that are pretty familiar now and well-regarded. It's the Powermatic 80 in the 39mm models and the Powermatic 48 in the 30mm ones.
Powermatic 80. That's the one with the long power reserve, right? I've heard a lot about that.
That's the one. And these aren't just standard movements picked off a shelf. They're actually upgraded versions of tried and tested ETA calibers. The Powermatic 80 is based on the ETA 2824-2.
A real workhorse.
Exactly. And the Powermatic 48 is based on the smaller ETA 2671, also very reliable.
Okay, so upgraded versions. What are the key specs?
Both of these movements run at a frequency of 3 Hz.
3 Hz.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean in simple terms?
3 Hz means the balance wheel inside the watch oscillates 21,600 times every hour. It dictates the beat of the watch, how smoothly the second hand sweeps.
And why 3 Hz? Some watches are 4 Hz, right?
Correct. 4 Hz, or 28,800 beats per hour, can offer potentially slightly more stable timekeeping, as the faster beat is less affected by small shocks. However, it also generally means more friction, potentially more wear over time, and often a shorter power reserve because it uses more energy.
Oh, okay.
So 3 Hz is often seen as a really good balance. It offers excellent accuracy, it's robust, and it allows for longer power reserves.
Which these definitely have.
Absolutely. The Powermatic 80, as the name suggests, boasts that impressive 80-hour power reserve.
80 hours, so that's over 3 days.
Yeah, you can literally take the watch off on Friday evening, leave it sitting all weekend, and pick it up Monday morning, and it's still ticking away.
That's incredibly convenient. No need to reset it constantly.
Precisely. And the Powermatic 48 in the smaller model still offers a very decent 48 hours, so 2 full days.
Still very useful. But there's another tech upgrade in there too, isn't there? Something about magnetism?
Yes, and this is a big one for modern life. Both movements feature a Nivachron hairspring.
Nivachron. Sounds fancy. What does it do?
It's all about fighting magnetic fields. The hairspring is the tiny, tiny coiled spring at the heart of the balance wheel. It's what regulates the timekeeping. Traditionally, these were made of metal alloys that could easily become magnetized.
Right, and magnetism messes up mechanical watches badly.
Terribly. It can make them run incredibly fast or slow or even stop them altogether. And sources of magnetism are everywhere today.
Like what kind of everyday things?
Oh, laptops, tablets, smartphones, speakers, magnetic closures on bags or wallets, fridge doors. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Even just working near certain equipment. In the past, you'd maybe need to get your watch demagnetized periodically if it started acting up.
Which is a hassle.
Definitely. Nivachron, however, is a modern titanium-based alloy. It's highly resistant to magnetic fields. It essentially shields the most vulnerable part of the movement from these everyday magnetic hazards.
So it just keeps the watch running accurately, even around all our modern gadgets.
Exactly. It provides crucial, sort of invisible protection, makes the watch much more reliable and worry-free for daily wear.
Okay, so we've got a long power reserve, a robust 3 Hz frequency, and this cutting-edge anti-magnetism with Nivachron. That's already a strong package.
It really is. Practical benefits that you'll actually appreciate day to day.
But the real headline, the thing that jumps out from the article, is the COSC certification.
Yes, that's the game changer, especially at this price point.
Right. We see COSC on much more expensive watches. Brands like Omega, Breitling, Rolex. So for listeners who might not be deep into watch specs, can you really break down what COSC certification means? What does it guarantee?
Sure. COSC stands for Contrôle Officiel Suisse de Chronomètre. It's the official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute. It's an independent, nonprofit organization. Their job is to test watch movements for accuracy and precision.
So it's not the brand testing its own watches.
No, absolutely not. That's key. It's an independent body. Tissot sends the uncased movements, just the engine of the watch, to COSC for testing. And the testing is rigorous. Each movement is tested over 15 days.
15 days.
Yes. In 5 different positions: dial up, dial down, crown left, crown right, crown up. Because gravity affects a watch differently depending on its orientation.
Okay, makes sense.
And they test it at 3 different temperatures, usually 8 degrees C, 23 degrees C, and 38 degrees C. That's about 46 degrees F, 73 degrees F, and 100 degrees.
To simulate different wearing conditions.
Precisely. And throughout these tests, they measure the timekeeping performance very carefully. To earn the title chronometer, the movement must meet strict criteria. The main one people talk about is the average daily rate. It has to stay within -4 to +6 seconds per day, on average, across all those positions and temperatures.
-4 to +6 seconds a day. That sounds very accurate.
It is. Compared to a standard mechanical watch movement, which might be rated at, say, ±15 or ±20 seconds per day, it's a significant step up in guaranteed precision.
So when you buy a COSC certified watch like this Ballade, you're getting a guarantee of that high level of accuracy, verified independently.
Exactly. You get a certificate that confirms your specific movement passed these demanding tests. It's an assurance of quality and performance.
Okay, so connecting that back. Getting this level of certified accuracy, plus the Nivachron, plus the 80-hour power reserve, in a watch costing just over the €1,000. That seems like the core value proposition here.
That's absolutely it. It's a remarkable combination of features usually found in watches costing several times more.
It sounds incredibly compelling. But let me play devil's advocate for a second. Does bringing COSC down to this price point, does it risk sort of, I don't know, diluting the prestige for the higher-end brands that have relied on it for years?
That's a really interesting question about market perception. I don't think it necessarily dilutes the prestige for, say, Rolex or Omega. Their brand equity is built on much more than just COSC. But what it does do, I think, is it democratizes high performance. It makes chronometer-grade accuracy accessible to a much wider audience.
Right.
And perhaps more significantly, it puts pressure on other brands in that sort of entry-level to mid-range luxury segment.
How so?
Well, if Tissot can offer a COSC-certified automatic with Nivachron for around €1,000, and another brand is charging, say, €2,000 or €2,500 for a watch with a standard movement, consumers who prioritize technical substance might start asking, why am I paying double for objectively lower performance specs?
Yeah, you can see that happening. It forces other brands to either step up their game technically, justify their pricing differently, or maybe risk losing customers who value that certified precision.
Exactly. It could genuinely redefine expectations in the entry-level Swiss automatic market. Tissot is making a strong statement about value for money here.
So pulling all these threads together, the design, the movement tech, the certification, what does this mean for you, our listener, maybe thinking about this watch? The Tissot Ballade COSC collection, it's out now, right? It's part of your permanent collection, not limited edition.
Correct. Immediately available, permanent collection.
And the pricing again.
The all-steel versions, regardless of size, are priced at EUR 1,025. And the regions with the PVD gold accents, again, both sizes, are EUR 1,095.
Just over €1,000.
Yes. And that pricing is where the disruptive potential really hits home, when you factor in everything we've discussed. COSC certification, Nivachron, 80 or 48-hour power reserve, sapphire crystal, 100-meter water resistance, the detailed finishing on the case and dial. It presents an incredibly strong argument for value. It genuinely makes chronometer precision far more accessible than it has ever been.
It really seems to challenge the status quo. Now, we did see one comment mentioned in the source article from a reader called Jimbo, who sort of dismissed it as mall watch territory. How do we square that kind of perception, that maybe slightly snobbish view, with the actual technical substance we've just outlined?
Yeah, that's a great point, and it touches on the perception challenges that large, accessible brands like Tissot sometimes face. Look, mall watch can be used dismissively, implying mass production or maybe a lack of exclusivity compared to niche or high-luxury brands. But does being widely available negate the quality or the technical achievement? I'd argue absolutely not. For a major brand within the Swatch Group with their manufacturing capabilities to deliver a COSC-certified automatic movement featuring Nivachron technology, packaged in a well-finished watch with classic design elements like the fluted bezel and Roman numerals, and to do all of that for just over €1,000, that's not just mall watch territory. That's a serious feat of engineering and value proposition.
So it's about looking past the label, maybe past where it's sold, and focusing on what's actually in the watch.
Precisely. It encourages us, you, the potential buyer, to assess the watch on its merits. The substance, the engineering, the certified performance. Tissot is leveraging its scale to bring high-end features down to a level most people can realistically consider. That's significant for the industry.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What's the final takeaway here? With this new 2025 Tissot Ballade COSC Powermatic collection, what you're really looking at is this fascinating, quite compelling blend. You've got Tissot's long history of making quality, accessible watches. You have a classic design that's been smartly updated with those more luxurious touches, the fluted bezel, the applied Roman numerals.
Nice touches, yeah.
And then the core of it.
Yeah.
The guaranteed precision of COSC-certified automatic movements. Movements which also boast that practical magnetic resistance, thanks to Nivachron, and long power reserves. All packaged up at a price point that, frankly, is hard to argue with.
It really is a testament to modern watchmaking, how innovation and efficient manufacturing can bring features that were once exclusive to high luxury, like certified chronometry and advanced materials, science like Nivachron, put them into a much more democratic space. It genuinely challenges our, maybe outdated perceptions of what constitutes real value in a Swiss watch today.
Absolutely. Which leads us nicely to our final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on. Considering these rapid advancements we're seeing in accessible chronometry, things like Nivachron, COSC certification popping up in this sub-1100 range, how do you think this trend might reshape the whole landscape of entry-level luxury watchmaking over the next few years? And maybe more personally, what does it mean for your own expectations? What do you now expect from a truly quality, precise timepiece in this price bracket? Something to ponder. Thank you for diving deep with us today.